I'm Not Much 23,
And I'm ChoasAssassin.
and this is Gamer Experience.
You know, we really do need to get it to the point that we can actually do that this is Gamer Experience in person at one point again.
Yeah, it's really hard. You really can't sync it over.
Yeah, it really is hard. So for the viewers today, I was told I needed to go back and listen to some of our previous episodes. So I listened to our previous episodes and I figured out something that I, with my ADHD and everything, forgot to do. Back in episode, I believe it was 3, I mentioned the fact of talking about how physics in video games and how unrealistic some of them are, and we were going to do an episode on that. Well, this is season 2. I believe that we are doing episode 4 of season 2. It's like 4 or 5, isn't it?
This is 5.
This is 5?
Wait, no, this is 6. The last one was 5.
Has it already been that long? Wow. We're just flying through these episodes. Well, it's only, a season and 3 episodes later that I'm, realizing that we need to do this.
They're
So
late.
for today, so today we're going to be talking, I believe it was physics in video games. And is this the episode where we're going to be doing how cool it was or how stupid they are? Because we're going to do an episode on how cool and one that's how bad it is. Like if it was in y'all know what I mean.
This episode is going to be how cool it is. Then we're going to do more character stories. Then we're going to shatter as at how cool it is by how they won't work.
Okay. For this, let's any sort of magic would be cool in most of the games with magic.
Yeah.
Let's just agree to that. Although, let's be honest, there's a lot of people that would abuse invisibility. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
But go for it.
I also think it would be awesome if you could get any medical issues or wounds like magically healed in like seconds.
Oh, from like a stim pack? Or, I know, let's just rest in bed. Car accident, just let him take a nap, he's fine. That would ruin so many doctors if all you needed to do was take a nap.
Yeah.
I think there's actually in some video games, like rewind time abilities that just could negate death for some people.
Yeah, let's see, there's...
How many people do you think would use Simulacrum or become liches?
Way too many. There'll be one in every cemetery.
At least.
There will be liches competing for dead people turf, like gangs do now with drug turf.
Yeah. But other than the, actual obvious, like those ones, let's go actually in depth. I think one of the mechanics that would actually be really helpful, fall damage. Being able to fall and not take any damage.
Oh, negation of fall damage.
Yep.
Well, don't need any parachutes anymore. Just jump out of the plane. You won't get hurt.
I'm not thinking of it as far as that. I'm thinking think about how dangerous some of those construction crew jobs are. Or those workers that are working on electrical towers.
Oh, so if they fell, they wouldn't need harnesses anymore. If they fell off, just fine. Just climb back up.
However, the caveat to that is part of the reason those jobs pay as much as they do is because there is that risk of if they fall, they're dead. So that would get rid of the hazard pay for them.
Yeah.
So those jobs would just about anybody at that point could do. But that would, I think, be a really, really helpful. It would take suicide jumpers. That would just ruin their day.
Yeah, they'd have to find other ways.
I think of all of those, that would probably be the actual coolest to have in our world. Is just no fall damage.
But, just for the record, we are not advocating suicide at all.
Do we actually have to say that as a claim?
I'm pretty sure.
Who would advocate for that?
You'd be surprised.
That's actually kind of shocking to think about. People actually advocating for something so horrid?
Yeah. There was an episode of Law & Order SVU about it.
And, whatever you watch on television, kids, it's the truth.
Well, the thing about Law & Order is that the writers tend to take inspiration from real life.
Yeah. Actually, I think most of their cases have a little bit of a real life case in.
Yeah.
Ooh, I just thought of one that actually might beat the fall damage if it was in our reality.
Double jumping?
Oh, double jumping would be kind of cool. But no, fast travel. You could instantly travel to any place that you've been before.
So there goes vast majority of airline business.
No, because the airlines would still have to take you to new places, but that would get rid of the expense of return flights.
Yeah, and all the hassles that airplane flights.
That would negate like half of the airplane's travels.
Well, I mean, how often do people go to somewhere new?
That's kind of the point, is that unless you're traveling for like business, typically most people nowadays don't often travel more than a couple hundred miles out of where they're born. The vast majority of the population. I'm one of the very few that I could actually end up almost anywhere in the country because of just how many places in the US that I've been.
I could go quite a few places as well. Give tourism a huge boost if you've been there before.
Yeah,
Like, oh, I think I'll go to Hawaii for the afternoon.
just goes.
Oh, no, I want to go home.
You know what? It would really hurt like Uber and stuff. How often do you get fast food or something to a new place? I mean, it's more often now, but typically people don't want to just go there. I think we're going into the pros and cons of each thing. We're not staying
Yeah.
focused. But I mean, it we'll take it step by step. We're looking at the ones that would be more helpful in our world more so than anything. I think some of the ragdoll physics would be kind of cool.
Make for some really entertaining videos, at least.
Oh yeah, somebody gets hit by a car, they just fly and just flop across the ground a couple times. Have a couple broken bones. Just let me take a nap. Takes a nap, wakes up, jumps up perfectly fine. Just like the fuck.
You know damn well there'd be groups of guys, one driving a car and the rest actually measuring to see how far they could flop.
That's fair. That'd be. It's one of those things of you ever wonder that these physics were made so guys could do stupid shit without actually feeling the consequences. People wonder why women live longer than men. Oh, that's because guys do stupid shit.
Uh, don't want to get off track, but it reminds me of something Dave Barry wrote.
What did he write?
Well, that there's actually a difference between women, men, and guys. And he illustrates it this way. Women see a river in nature. She wants to admire the river within the nature. A man wants to build a dam. A guy wants to see how far he pees off the dam.
So what about those guys of, I see a river, I want to jump in it. What does that make me?
Why do you want to jump in it?
Because it's a river. And I like to swim. Damn it, I dropped a pencil.
Well, depending on the river, that'd still make you a guy.
It's more of a, how big of a cannonball can I make in that river?
Yep, you're a guy.
Either that or, I wonder what kind of fish are in there. When I see a river, I don't think, yes, let's build a dam it's more of a, what kind of fish are in there? That's one that would be interesting. Some of the spells and stuff, or shouts from Skyrim to just blow fish out of the water to catch fish.
They'd have to ban that like they do dynamite fishing now.
Yeah. Although, let's be honest, if everybody could just go Fusro Da and send people flying, I would hate being on the road. Because somebody's just going to pull up next to you, roll down their window, go Fusro Da, and just blow the car next to them off the road. Let's be honest. People are going to do that.
There's people that are going to do that with all the cars.
Shit, I'd walk next to the highway and just do it.
I thought this was supposed to be how it'd be cool, not the downsides.
Who said that was a downside?
Well,
I think it'd be cool.
Well, people are going to do the same to you.
Yeah.
That's when the ragdoll physics kick in.
Exactly.
And when you get hurt, just sleep where you are.
Exactly. See? No downsides. Although I think some of the magics that, like, you could summon things, like, there are things that you could summon a horse and just ride a horse. That's kind of cool. I think if the fast travel was an actual thing, think of how much gas emissions would drop.
Oh,
You could just fast travel to work.
Oh, they'd fall off a fucking cliff.
That's how we save the planet, folks. Figure out how to make fast travel a reality.
Magic. It solves all the problems.
Until people abuse it.
Yeah, that's inevitable. But people abuse everything.
That's fair.
Putting boost on your car. Not like, oh, I'm gonna put some nitrous oxide in the engine, like the burnout style boosting.
Oh, yeah.
And you get more by driving in opposing traffic, driving real close to cars, drifting, escaping wrecks.
Yeah.
And you can fill your boost meter just by driving through a gas station.
Isn't in most racing games, isn't there like no gas? Like they're just always on full? Do they ever run out of gas?
In most games, no.
Talk about getting rid of gas emissions. Having cars that literally just run infinitely with the fast travel, who needs gas emissions?
Yeah, scientists, where are those perpetual motion cars?
Easy. What you do is you take and open up a portal underwater and have it up top and just have it constantly pouring water back into like the same body of water that it was in, but going through a electrical engine, hydroelectric thing.
Oh, you do it like with the portal gun.
Yeah.
The other thing that'd be awesome in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you haven't played Portal or Portal 2, number one, get out from under the rock. And
shit. I'm under a rock then.
Okay, if you haven't heard of Portal or Portal 2, get out from under the rock. There's been a lot you've been missing.
I think it'd be more entertaining if they haven't heard of Skyrim.
I mean, how many versions has Bethesda released?
9, I think.
Yeah, there's never.
Are we talking about straight versions, or are we just talking about the updates to Skyrim? Because if we're going straight versions, because then we have to look at Xbox 360, PS3, PS4, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, PS5, Switch, PC. That's 8 right there, not including all of the different other versions of it.
I guess Bethesda and...
Oh, that's right. I think they also put it on the Samsung Smart Fridge, the Etch-a-Sketch, and the Motorola Pager.
What about the Nokia, 2800, 2810? The indestructible brick?
Skyrim's not strong enough to run on that.
Yeah, but both Rockstar and Bethesda can't seem to count to 6. At least it's better than Valve that can't count to 3.
I'm still waiting on Skyrim sequel, Elder Scrolls 6. Although, what was Elder Scrolls 1 and 2 and 3? Because didn't it start with 4, Oblivion?
Let me check that real quick.
Like, I don't actually know the other Elder Scrolls games. That's actually a good question on that. Shut up, Navi.
Oh, release for the MS-DOS in 1994, the first one.
Wait, 1990? Elden Ring has been around since 1994?
No, Elder Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls, yeah, sorry.
According to Wikipedia, March 25th, 1994.
Wonder what the original Elder Scrolls were.
It's mid-roll time again. If you want to send us a comment, question, or character story, perhaps about game mechanics you think would be awesome in real life, you can send them to gamersperience@gmail.com, all lowercase, spelled the same way as podcast, or as a message through Twitter @gamersperience. Well, I just got shot and need to wait for the red to fade. Not really. Back to the episode. Say, where were we? But you were talking about the history of the Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, I'm just curious on that now. But back to the physics in games. Trying to think like all of the games I play, like what physics would actually be really cool that's not like the obvious of various spells and various magics throughout all of the
Rocket jumping?
That would be entertaining. I could see that.
Or said
Friendly fire.
Oh, you mean turning it off?
Basically, I could shoot you with a gun, and because we're friends, you don't take any damage because friendly fire's on.
I think you mean friendly fire prevention would be on.
Yeah, that one. Your friends don't take damage when you shoot them. That would be very dangerous to guys, because guys are just going to get mad at each other and just shoot each other with guns. And because they're still friends, that's going to test the, are we still friends? Shoots to see if friendly fire.
Well, if it turns out it doesn't work, just go to sleep.
I know, right? It's a gaping bullet hole. Just take a nap, you'll be fine. That's where parents got the thing of just sleep it off. I think some of the character creation kind of things would be kind of cool.
Yeah, like you go to a mirror and you can change the color and style of your hair.
Change your body weight, your height, your muscle, everything.
Yeah, certain things, other things that we really shouldn't mention.
Those you would need mods to do. Unless we're talking like,
Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah. The issue though is everybody would just have kind of like the similar hairstyle. There wouldn't be as many because there's a lot of different hairstyles out there.
Or people would be just changing them on the hour.
Yeah. You just go to, I think you can do some games like any mirror or any dressing room, you could walk in, change your outfit at a second's notice of all the clothes you wear. That would be kind of cool.
If you could change your clothes and your appearance just by looking into a mirror, it would.
Oh, that's gonna make trying to catch criminals really difficult.
Yep, that's what I was going for. Like you put an APB out, and this is what the suspect looks like. They go in, they come out of the bathroom, not anymore.
Yeah. Although there are some games that do have limits on that, so it all depends on which version we're talking about. What are some of the other ones? Because there was one I thought of, and I just don't remember what it was. Carry weight. How there are some games that, yeah, I have, 90-something gold ingots, and I'm still running around like I'm not even impaired. Like the carry weight for Steve from Minecraft. Do you understand exactly how strong Steve is?
Not really, because I don't play Minecraft.
I forget who did it, but they did a video based off of it. And like his max inventory, like items in that game just take up space. It doesn't actually take up weight.
Same as It gets even more absurd with Factorio.
So imagine you being able to carry like an entire an entire assembly line worth of things in your back pocket.
Yeah.
Just, oh yeah, I have a couple of screws, some cloth, giant thing. Set it down.
Oh, crap! Where'd I put my locomotive? Ah, here it is.
Just pulls out a locomotive and just gets huge. What?
Oh yeah, and I have some more track for it. Flop.
It'd be insane. At that point, there'd be a lot of people that they would just carry their house on with them. Let's be honest.
Gives a whole new meaning to mobile home.
I mean, if you could build things like you could, like in Fallout, just, oh yeah, I have, a pallet's worth of wood, a blanket. I'm building a full-on house now.
And if it was Factorio, you could start building that house, do literally everything else while the house is building.
Yeah, I think taking some of the in a lot of like the first-person shooters, how literally some people can just take like half a magazine of an AK-47 and just walk it off.
Yeah, just get behind somewhere and hide until the red fades. You don't even have to take a nap.
I know, right? Health regen would be kind of nice.
It'd be really nice.
But it's also one of those things of, those are like a bunch of body shots, whereas a headshot, you only need 2 bullets and then they die.
Yeah, that's actually less
all
awesome
those people
than
with
real
aimbot
life.
would have All those people with aimbot would have real issues.
Or we would have issues with them.
Oh no, they don't get aimbot anymore. At that point, if there was physics like that, how would people circumvent them? Would we make bullets that just pierce our hardened flesh?
Yeah, there's something.
At what point would it be, well, it's any bullet that we can just absorb? Or is it only with what today's guns are?
Be fair, uranium rounds can pierce a lot.
You know what else can pierce a decent amount of people?
What?
A 500 Nitro Express round shot from a double barrel rifle.
Oh.
Also known as an elephant gun.
Ah, yeah.
I'm sorry, I really like that gun. I want to get a replica of it at some point.
Have you seen the 500 Smith & Wesson, though?
No, I don't really care for guns.
Well, in real life.
Gun customization things you could do in games. Where you can literally just kind of hold the gun up and just randomly just change key components of it,
in seconds.
like the barrel, the scope, magazine, just done.
Oh, hey, let's just change the receiver. What? I'm not a gunsmith. Doesn't matter.
Yep.
And if somebody shoots you with that, just hide behind something until the red fades.
Yeah.
If it was really bad, just take a nap.
I got one. Oh no, you did a crime? Quick, I'm just gonna put my hood up and walk into this group of people. Y'all don't see me anymore. Doesn't matter that I'm the only one with a hood on. You see me put the hood on, but because I'm in the group of people, you don't see me.
And if you want to be extra stealthy, crouch.
Oh god. Where is everybody? I'm sorry. That would be so hilarious. If that actually worked. At what point, like, how would you see people like that? Like, how does that work? Just be able to crouch and just walk around. I'm going to put a bucket over their head. They have no idea how to take the bucket off, but I'm going to rob them blind. Because the bucket is on your head, I could steal everything on your person.
And you're crouching so I can't see you.
Boy, that would really suck, especially if you had your entire house on your person at that time.
Well,
if you had your whole house on you and then somebody crouched down, put a bucket on your head, and then robbed you blind.
Well, you could do the same thing to somebody else.
Yeah, but if they're crouched, you're never going to see who they were.
You can feel them, though.
Oh, my.
What's this thing in front of me? Oh, active camouflage.
Yeah.
Literally, like, disappear for the most part until somebody shines a light on you.
Codex. It's not it's not a mechanic, but that's like a piece of gear that I think would be really cool.
Well, I mean, it's something that doesn't already exist.
Well, the codex is made via nanomachine from Metal Gear, where it's basically like a Bluetooth earpiece, but it's really hard to hack. It literally has infinite battery life, and you could just sit there and just constantly be talking phone calls, talking to people without actually speaking a word.
Oh, it works with telepathy?
No, it works by vibrating your inner earpiece and the inner muscles. You don't actually have to speak. It actually doesn't really go in depth on how the talking works, but basically it's all in your brain. It's nanomachine.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me. There's also brain-to-brain communication exists in some games.
Oh yeah.
Like Fable with the Guildmaster. Your health is low. You have any potions? Or food?
What kind of... Isn't there games that literally food never goes bad?
Yeah, like Stardew Valley.
That would be insane to think about. Food is always good to eat. Always.
We can ship it anywhere.
Yeah.
With a courier via fast travel.
Yeah. Well, that would help preserve freshness anyway. Think about how many restaurants could do like seafood boils. Oh, you're in the middle of Montana? Here's a fresh seafood restaurant. We got a guy who used to live by the ocean. Constantly brings us his fresh fish. Oh, you want fresh lobster? Literally from the sea? Give us a second. This dude used to work on a lobster boat. He'll be back in about 10 minutes. He might have to, talk with the owner a little bit of the fishing vessel. Brings you literally that would literally makes things so, because in a lot of those games, a lot of like the plants and stuff, they're just constantly making fruit. It doesn't matter what the time of year is. It's always growing and able to grow.
Hunger would never be an issue.
Oh, there are some games that still have hunger, but there are games that don't. Like Fallout 4, technically, unless you have survival mode on, you never have to eat, sleep, drink, nothing.
So there'd be no such thing as world hunger.
Yeah, that's just scary to think about. If you think about it, though, if there's no world hunger, cars now never need gas. We can instantly fast travel. What are people going to fight about?
Oh, people will find something.
That's the question I have for our listeners. As far as if world hunger is not a thing, you can instantly fast travel. Cars never need gas. With all these amazing physics, what would we fight about? Money? There are some games that literally you could do infinite money glitches. So money would never be an issue.
And since it's video game physics, that would never inflate the currency.
Correct. So everything would stay the same price. Everybody would be trillionaires. Supply would always be there. We might just have to wait a few days because that's what it is in most games. Give it a few days, or better yet, punch the person, make them peaceful, resets their inventory because save files and things like that. Would that actually achieve world peace?
No.
Because you couldn't kill people with guns because everybody could just sleep it off. The amount of magic people could throw at each other would be, I think it would come down to the more experienced people versus the non-experienced people.
Great to think about, but one thing I know about people is that they will always find something to fight about.
Yeah.
Oh, like the liches.
Yeah, people would become liches. Like I said, what are some of like the other mechanics that would actually be really cool to live in? There's got to be more that we're missing.
Yeah.
The skill learning. There are games that literally you could become a master chef by reading like 3 or 4 books. Pilot by reading 2 for some of those games. It's just one of those things that you could become literally anything you wanted to be. Why would people work at that point though? If money becomes infinite, why would you want to work? Would it only be the people that want to work?
At that point, yeah, that's pretty much the Star Trek universe.
How would it affect like nature? Because let's be honest, somebody would walk up and just start punching a tree to cut it down. How would that affect like deforestation and stuff like that?
Well, trees grow back in a matter of days.
Depending on the thing, yeah. And it constantly drops saplings, and literally you could throw some bone meal on it, and boop, brand new tree.
So, no, there'd be probably as many people that want to cut down trees, there'd be just as many popping them right back up. New ones right back up. Damn, living in a video with all these video game stuff would be awesome.
Yeah.
Well, at least
it really would.
Well, at least it seems so at first.
Yeah. Wait till this next episode. I'm about to break all of this.
Well, not the next one. Next one's character stories.
Oh yeah, character stories. Do we have an item of the day?
Or item of the month? Yeah, I was about to get to it.
Wunderbar.
The lava fish. The command word carp will cause a 30-foot cone of lava to gush out of this item, causing 4d8 fire damage. After use, your skin will be covered in ash until your next long rest. And you can get it from Lawful Goodwill for only 9 silver.
I'm sorry, a fish that you yell carp and it spews 30 feet cone of lava for 48? Only 8 silver? Is it a one-time use? Or is it a daily use? Because that's kind of busted.
Yeah.
I think we need to talk to the manager of Goodwill, and he might need to up that price, because 4d8 fire damage against any low-level party could wipe a party, especially if it's a 30-foot cone. I mean, a first-level Burning Hands only does, depending on the thing, either a die 4 or a die 6, and this thing literally is less than 1 gold and does 4d8. And for the caveat of you're covered in ash, I think that might be a god tier weapon.
OP, please nerf. I actually commented one of those on a Lawful Goodwill item. It was a label maker. A magical label maker. You could just slap it on something and become whatever that label is.
That would be actually kind
Yeah, that's why I commented, oh, please nerf. Because it is!
Well, what happens when you remove the label, though? And how does it affect if there's multiple labels already on it? Is it a magical label maker that has the magical label maker on it? I am intrigued.
Yeah, but I think that'll do it for this episode.
Yeah, it's a short episode. It's hot where not much is, and it might be a few shorter episodes until he can get his AC and everything working.
Well, the issue's not the AC, it's the noise it makes.
Yeah, that too.
Well, I'm Not Much 23.
And I'm Chaos Assassin.
And this is Gamer Experience. And as always, we invite you to go have your own gamer experience.